Flying. When land enters a battlefield and lands in your graveyard, cannot be targeted by spells or abilities your opponents control. Your opponents cannot play land cards from your graveyard, which is pretty good considering I just found a way of shutting down Lord Windgrace. I just found a way of shutting down graveyard recursion decks. I just found land decks that use land. Nope, sorry about that. I'm just a little bit hyper. We have Goblin Assailant, Makeshift Battalion. When Makeshift Battalion and at least 2 other creatures attack, put a +1/+1 counter on Makeshift Battalion. Kazmari's Transmutation. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and has base power and toughness 1/1. Steady Aim. Until untapped target creature gains +2, +1/+4. Gains reach until end of turn. Charity Extractor, Primordial Worm, Lazotap Behemoth, Trusted Pegasus. When Trusted Pegasus attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Arlion's Wolf, Foil Island, which looks kind of cool. Plains, Bleeding Edge, untap 1 target creature. Up to 1 target creature gets -2/2 until end of turn, amass 2. Emergence Zone, Dovin, Hand of Control, and then we have Iorg, the Raise Boar. Trample. When Iorg, the Razor Boar, attacks you, put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Return that creature to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. When Razor Boar dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library 3rd from the top. Let's see what else we... Really hoping for Feather. Really would like to get a Feather. Along with the... Okay, we have Chain Whip Cyclops. 1 red, 3 colors. Target creature cannot block this turn. Taio's Light Shield. When Taio's Light Shield enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. No Escape. Turret Org. Reach. When Turret Org enters the battlefield, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, Turret Org deals 2 damage to each opponent. Kaya's Ghost Form, already read that. Return to Nature. Sky Shrieker, flying, pay 1. Sky Shrieker gains haste until end of turn. Snare Spinner. Reach. When Snare Spear blocks a creature with flying, Snare Spinner gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Giant Growth. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Topple Statue. Destroy target permanent. If it was an artifact, destroy it. Draw a card. Forest. Cruel Celebrant. When Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Jace's Triumph, draw 2 cards. If you control a Jace Planeswalker, draw 3 cards instead. Dovin's Veto, this spell cannot be countered. counter target non-creature spell. And then we have our third mythic, which is Gideon Blackblade. Its static ability is, as long as it's your turn, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human soldier creature with indestructible and that's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. +1. Up to another target creature you control gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible until end of turn. Pretty nice. Onto our eighth pack. Just saw a card that was upside down, so I fixed that. Alright. We have Stealth Mission, Goblin Assault Team. Whenever a Goblin Assault Team dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Pouncing Lynx. As long as it's your turn, Pouncing Lynx has first strike. Skythier Strix. Fine, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Skythier Strix gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Sorin's Thirst. Deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life. Forced Landing. Vampire Opportunist. Steady Aim. Topple the Statue. Callous Dismissal. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Amass 1. Mountain. Gideon's Triumph. Target opponent sacrifices a creature that is attacked or blocked this turn. If you control Gideon's Planewalker, that player sacrifices 2 of those creatures instead. Pledge of Unity. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. You gain 1 life for each creature you control. Tayo the Shield Mage. You have Hexproof. Create a 0/3 wall creature with Defender. And Widespread Brutality. Amass 2, then the army you amassed deals damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. On to our 9th pack. Well, Jesse, you're going to like this pack that I just opened because literally you're going to be surprised at the last 3 cards of this pack. We have War Screecher, flying, pay 5 and tap. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Soaking Skulker. Can't be blocked this turn. Evading Manticore. Bulwark Giant. New Horizons. Toll of the Invasion. Primordial Worm. Lazatop Behemoth. Thundering Karatok. Tiamo's Epiphany. Swamp. Visor of the Scorpion. When Visor of the Scorpion enters the battlefield, amass 1 zombie tokens you control have Death Touch. Mawu, Loyal Companion. Saheeli, Sublime Artifactor. And we have Store of Darvarkin Lynch. And last chance, and we are on our last pack. Let's see what we can end with. Okay, we have Pouncing Lynx, Sky Theater Strix, Crunch Wrangler, Trample. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Crunch Wrangler. Aid the Fallen, choose one or both, return... Oh wait, I already read that. Bloom Hulk, when Bloom Hulk enters the battlefield, proliferate. Charmed Stray, Lifelink, whenever Charmed Stray enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on other creature you control named Charmed Stray. Avian Eternal, when flying, when Avian Eternal enters the battlefield, amass 1. Burning Prophet, when you cast a non-creature spell, Burning Prophet gets a +1/+0 until end of turn, scry 1. Omnic Solicitous Cruelty, target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. If this creature would die this turn, exile instead. Jaya's Greeting, Island, Agrath's Rampage. Target player sacrifices an artifact, target player sacrifices a creature, target player sacrifices a planeswalker. Godpharaoh Statue, spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. The Warder, prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. -2, exile target creature with power 4 or greater. And we have Silent Submersible. When Silent Submersible deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card, crew 2. And wait, yeah. And there we go. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell on, and see y'all next week for the booster box opening. Later.